It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
You underestimate my power!
Don't try it!
Another happy landing.
Hey guys, Clone here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Object 907, and we do have actual gameplay. Somebody lent me their account and let me play a little bit, so that we can provide with you an accurate experience. All right. So the Object 907 is the newest Tier 10 premium tank you can buy with free XP for 450,000 free experience, and this one comes with something quote unquote a little bit special. It has a 5% increased bonus rate to experience. Okay. So that's quite interesting that it makes a little bit more experience per battle than all the other tanks. So that's cool that they did that, I guess. I mean, so you'll train your crews like 5% faster in this tank than other tanks. So that's interesting. Moving on from that though, we have this comparison here between the 140 and the K91. And you're looking at it like, oh, it looks pretty good. No. This isn't what it has. This isn't its DPM. On PC, its base DPM is 2,953. That's assuming it has a 9.23 rounds per minute rate of fire. It does not have a 9.23 rounds a minute rate of fire. It has a 7.14. More than 2 rounds a minute have been dropped from the rate of fire, meaning the DPM on this thing is actually 2,284. About 700 damage drop. I think in my video I said 800, but it's 700. It drops 700. And the K91 does not have 3050. That also got nerfed. And it's considered dead and butchered, and nobody likes playing it. But it still has 2,428. So the dead tank, the K91, that nobody plays because of how bad it is actually better than the new 907. And I don't mind them nerfing the 907. It's considered overpowered on PC. But to the extent they went to nerf it, that's insanity. And it's not just the rate of fire. We're going to get into more. It only has... Somebody just subscribed on YouTube while doing this. Wow. It only has 45 rounds instead of 50. But with the new rate of fire, that's kind of okay. Less potential damage, whatever, fine. I'm not going to complain about that now. 2 seconds aim time. No. It's not 2 seconds. It's 2.1. Right here. Here you go. 2.1. Do you see this? 2.1. Which is the same as the 140. Okay, then. Same accuracy. All this is the same. Blah, blah, blah. Forward speed is the same. Power to weight is the same. All this is the same. But its turret traverse is not 48. It is 38. Dun, dun, dun. 38. They nerfed that as well. Interestingly enough. What else did they nerf? Let's continue. The hull armor is the same. Turret armor is the same. The health is not 2,000. It's 1,900. The same as the 140. So, and that's the last thing. It's kind of a letdown. The 907 is supposed to be this hybrid tank. This cross between the Object 140 and the Object 430. So, the 140, the 907 is supposed to have better rate of fire than the 140, but less gun handling than the 140. And as you can see, the gun handling is right. Yes. It's supposed to have a worse rate of fire than the 430, but a better gun handling than the 430. And that's true too. I can't compare it here because we don't have the same 430 on console that they do on PC, so I can't compare it here. And that's also supposed to be true, but it's not. This tank is no longer a hybrid between the two. It's kind of just a worse tank, and the only saving grace in this tank, in my opinion, is its armor. We do have the same armor layout as on PC, and if we go to live, look at all this purple. Purple means non-penetrating, red means non-penetrating if you're shooting at yourself. And what I find when I drive towards enemies like this, this is very easily penetrable, and you're really low profile on this tank, unfortunately. But if you drive towards enemies like this, they tend to bounce off your sides. Your front is not the greatest. Like, you have these parts over here, but if you angle like this, you can get them to bounce off your sides. And your turret is really bad. Like, you can't pen your own turret reliably, but look at this. Up top is 20, And all along this ring right here is 40. Let's get that into the collision so you see. This is all 40. 121 millimeters or higher will overmatch. Heat rounds will go through because it's only at a 63-degree angle. And as you can see, it's only 72 effective. So, and over here, it's 97 effective. As long as it doesn't reach 85 degrees, which it doesn't, heat will go through this every time. So keep that in mind as well. In fact, let me just show that to you. We go to live now. Oh boy, look how easily defeatable the tank is now. Oh my goodness, you can just shoot here, you can just shoot here, you can shoot here. So keep that in mind. The armor's not the greatest. I think I would be more comfortable in the Object 430 when it comes to armor. Just because of its auto ricochet strips. And it also has the side armor angled, and it's a lower profile. So yeah, keep that in mind. This tank also only has 5 degrees, and that will come into play in a couple of replays I'll be showing you. Alright, well, let's get to the replays now. Enough of this talking about the tank. Let's get to some replays, talk about the tank, and I'll let you know what I think about it. So I'm going to share with you guys 2 replays that aren't live, and then we're going to jump into a live game as usual. And the first game here is the first game I ever played in the tank. I always try to show the first game ever. Alright, this is my first game in this tank, so I'm going to share it with you guys. And right now I'm checking out the bloom. Okay, the bloom's actually not that bad, but it's also not that good. Turning the gun, does it get much bigger? Not really. Turning the tank, yeah, the mobility feels fine, but you can see kind of the turret doesn't keep up with the hull as I turn the tank. And that's going to get you into some trouble, like if you're getting circled by a light tank and so on and so forth. Like, you ever get those shots that come out the side of your barrel because the server just can't keep up? That's going to happen with this tank. Try an auto-lock shot in the T-49. We do miss, in fact, but that's okay. But now we're in this position, and I really just wanted to try the armor here. I'm like, come on, guys. I'm going to auto-lock this shot again as well. I'm using someone else's configuration right now, so it's a little bit different. And so, yeah, that's just how it works. I'm on someone else's account in L7, so that's interesting. We're going to try to put another shell in this guy. Come on, we missed the first shell. There we go. The second shell goes in, and we track him. Check behind, make sure nobody has shots at me. Nobody does. And I want this guy to shoot at me, kind of, but not at the same time, not really. Like, I'm giving him ample opportunity to shoot me. Here comes this guy. He's going to put a shell in those, and he does pen us, but look at this rate of fire. We just could not get the shell off in time, and he gets away with it. And you're gonna see me. I'm an awful shot sometimes, a lot of times, almost all the time. So we missed that shot. Patton tries to shoot us again, but I know I have a better rate of fire than him, just barely, but I know I do. So he just fired. We put a shell, and we're gonna pull back. There we go. Free shot into him, no problem. Stritzfong down there. We're never gonna go through him at this angle, but I'm gonna try anyway. Like, yeah, it's red. Like, does that mean he's not facing us? I don't know why he would be facing us, but hey, we gave it a shot. And there we go. We've gotten 2 shots of damage off this game so far. Kind of a little bit lame, but there's the T95. He's got the 120 mil. I noticed that right away because he had... I thought I did because he had just fired. And we're aiming at his cupola. We bounce off, and he does pen us there. As you can see, wild side scraping. If I was in a 430, I do not think he would have penned us there. But now we're loading our heat shells to deal with this guy we put a shell in. He doesn't pen us that time, which is good. But now we're going to struggle penning him. Even though we have heat shells, we're just gonna... Nope, bounce. That was a square shot right to the cupola. Bounced off. Amazing. He misses our turret roof. We bounce off his... we didn't hit his cupola that time. We bounced off just his armor. Now we're gonna go for the other cupola, because it's actually a little bit closer. And the shell flies true. And we finish him off. No problems there. And now we're gonna go... right now, I just want to fight things. I'm like, come on, I want to see this armor work. Right now, we've only blocked 1 shot, and it was from the... T95 while we were side scraping. I want this tank's armor to work while I'm brawling. And here's the gun handling right here. Goes into the ground. You can say, oh, well, it wasn't fully aimed. Yeah, but if I was in a 140 or a T62A, I would have been able to unlock and hit that guy, okay? Okay, I'm glad we can all agree. Back of his tank. There we go, we put it in, no problem. And look at this rate of fire. It's so bad. It's so bad. I can't emphasize enough just how bad this rate of fire is. There we go, putting the shell in. Like, if we had 390 alpha, guys... then I might be okay with it. But we don't have 390 alpha. We have 320 alpha. In fact, if they buff this thing to 360 alpha, I might be able to get behind it. I think, well, you know, I think that's pretty good. But they don't. And here's this guy. We're going to put a shell into him. He hits us and ammo wrecks us. A stock T49 pens us. As you can see, that's just seems to be the thing about this tank. Lower plate shot. No, it goes into his tracks. And I realized, you know what, I'm not even going to risk this. Like, I want to show off the armor, but I kind of don't want to die only doing no damage. So, let's, we're going to wait here. He's going to reload any minute now, and then he's going to poke out. We're going to go for his cupola. He stopped, unfortunately, there, so we're unable to hit him. We're going to pull away. Let our team hopefully deal with him. They do deal with him, and now I'm going to turn around and go after this bat shot. I want to fight the bat shot. I want to just see how this armor works. I'm like, come on, buddy, come on. No, he's going the other way. And we're going to pull off some terrible shots here. Like, watch this shot. Ready? He's driving a straight line. I shot to the right, thinking he would swerve to the right. He doesn't. I miss, and then he swerves to the right. Like, we predicted it, but we predicted it before he predicted it himself. So, interestingly enough. But there's a Conqueror, and I'm just like, I'm just not even going to find cover. I want to see if I can block his shots. There we go. We block one off of our side. T-110E5 is coming. We're going to put a shell into his lower plate. Yes, we are. There we go. And just watch this thing's rate of fire. E5 shoots, he misses. The Conqueror pens us. There we go. We're reloaded. Put the shell in. We should beat the reload of the Conqueror, right? Right, guys? No. No, he beat our reload. We shot, I think, a second after he shot. And he still beat our reload. That is the rate of fire of this tank. But we are going to win this game, nonetheless. Here are the post-game results. Only 3,200 damage. It is an ace tanker, but that's because nobody's playing this tank. But don't worry. The first game was actually the worst game we had today. The rest of the games are actually pretty good. For our next game, we find ourselves on Erlenberg, aka Derpenberg. And this is not the next game. I had 2 other games before this. They were pretty good. We had some where we blocked quite a bit of damage, and some where the armor just didn't work, like that last game. And this is one of those games where the armor is going to work, but it's kind of just because of the position we put ourselves in. It has a couple of the shots have to do definitely with the shaping of the tank, because we do fight people in the open a couple times. But in reality, I think I would have been able to pull off these results in the 430 or the 140 or the T62A, if not better. In fact, I think, a little bit of spoilers, I think we could have done almost 9,000 damage this game if we were in a T62A or a 140. No joke. The position we're going to go to, we do not get focused out at all. We're kind of, nobody cares about us, and it's kind of nice. I think it's because I'm not playing on my account, right? I think that's my theory. Heat shell from the Patton right off the bat. Wow. Man of culture right there. And he does not manage to penetrate our turret, so that's pretty nice. We get a little bounce off right there. But anyway, yeah, back to what I was saying. They kind of just ignore me and don't shoot me, which is really nice. The Artie does. The Artie pretty much looks at me the entire game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like, okay, he has some kind of vendetta against the 907 or against Airs here. I don't know. But yeah, the position we're going to put ourselves in is literally just a support position, which is what you kind of have to do in this tank. You have to play support. You can't be aggressive like you can be in the other Russian mediums where you can shoot your way out of trouble. Sometimes the armor will get you out of trouble in this thing, but you're not going to shoot your way out of trouble, okay? M103, can we put a shell in? No, we cannot. And yeah, you're going to see this rock right here is going to be my friend. Any minute now. Here we go. Going for the rock. This rock is my friend, because from here I figured, okay, the Patton can't shoot me from where he is. He'll have to expose himself a lot more to shoot us. We get tracked by the Action X, and now we're just going to put some shells into the cupola of the M103. There's one right there. And he's going to stand there and let me do it again. Yes, he is. Another shell in. Like I said, we do have a worse rate of fire in this thing than we do the Patton, which makes you realize, yes, I could have done almost 800 damage to that guy if I was in the Patton. And right there, that was pretty nice. We got lucky there. They didn't pen us there because of the weird angling. That right there is the first shot so far, which I can distinctly say was because we were in this tank that he bounced off. I should have shot the M103 there, but I noticed I had a nice shot on the... I could have had that kill shot, should I say, on the Action X. So I went for it, and then he kind of didn't give it to me, so I wasn't able to shoot him. Here comes the 7-1, and this 7-1 is going to do some weird things this game, and I wasn't expecting him to do what he's about to do here. I was like, wait, what? I should have shot him in the drive wheel, but I was so confused, and so I just shot him thinking he was going to pull back, and then he never pulled back until after we shot him. We could have tracked him there, but we didn't, so that's a little bit of a misplay by me. Whatever, it's okay. Side turret, no, he pulls back, and we do miss, unfortunately, but the enemy team is kind of going to get confident here. But I think they forgot about me or something, because they're going to be doing some really strange things in just a minute now. The Action X on the enemy team does go down, but we are almost losing. We are losing this game. We're down 4 tanks to 1, but we're going to hopefully be able to pull this one off. There's a Gorilla down there, Gorilla 15, and the Patton is still putting shots into my teammates. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it yet, not with that Grill there. I thought about going after him, but he's got too much support, so I can't do that yet. But here comes the M103. Put a shell into the side of his tank. He gets finished off by the Super Conqueror. Not sure why. Here comes the Grill 15. Here comes the light tank on my left. I use the compass map. So there's that. And Ayers, if you're watching this, I did change the game on. I forgot to put it back. So I would recommend you fix that when you get the chance, because I put it all the way up. So keep that in mind. Not all the way up. One from the top. There we go. We finished that guy off. Here comes the 7-1. Who is looking? See, look, no one is paying any attention to me. So we put a free shot into him. He did just fire. We should beat his reload. Doesn't matter. Super Conqueror finishes him off. This guy just fired. We should be able to put 2 shots at him. I thought about tracking him. Changed my mind. I figured if I tracked him, he'd fix and pull back, and I wouldn't do damage anyway. So may as well go for the damage. There we go. We put another shell into him, and now we're gonna close the distance because he doesn't have a shot on us from where he is, and we should be able to get the shot off before him if we're smart enough. Better aim, but no, we're not a better aim. But he does bounce off of our side. But he hit our side extremely angled yet again. I think we would have pulled that off in a 430. Because the 430 does have the angled side as well. And he shot us in the side while we were barely angled. If he shot us in the frontal plate, he would have penned us regardless of which Russian medium we were in. Though he might bounce off of the 430 in the upper plate because of its 2 auto ricochet strips. So yet again, this tank does not get a plus for that bounce. He would have bounced off of any Soviet medium tank there because he shot us at an extreme angle. He should have shot us in the front. But now we have this Death Star. I was going to YOLO this Patton. I wanted to see the armor. I'm like, okay, let's see how this armor works. But this Death Star was there, so I changed my mind, and we're going to work a little bit on him. Already just shot at us. He missed. Aim for his lower plate. Shell misses, unfortunately, but we do get some assisted for us tracking him. And you're just seeing this rate of fire just take forever. We're going to go for his bar there. Now he stopped looking. I should have aimed the shot for the side turret. I didn't realize he was going to look away. He's kind of in this situation where he has to choose. Like, he can easily kill the 277. I looked at him to see his health. That's why he's kind of reluctant at shooting at me, and he keeps looking away, because he knows he's probably not going to one-shot me. There's the gun depression, the 5 degrees. You see, we hit a little lip, and our gun just went straight up into the air. So there's that. This guy's not looking. We're going to try to finish him off here. There we go. Finish him off. He goes down. Now we're going to go for the Patton. And in this situation, I would rather be in literally any other Soviet medium tank, because I think they're all lower profiles in this thing. I could just get up there. There, he bounces off our side, but it was just a little juke we gave him. Goes off of our side, but yet again, it was barely angled. I think he might have been able to pen us there if we were in the 62 or the 140, but in the 430, he would have bounced. And then that shot, he pens us anyway. So far, this tank has pulled off maybe 1 shot that allows it to be what it is, I guess. Because that 1 shot so far, I think, from that Patton maybe went to this tank's angling. I think that one went towards this tank's angling, is what I'm trying to portray here. I'm struggling here, you know. But we're going to try to reset the base. But this guy jumps off for us, so that's nice of him. This is our last APCR shell. He stops. He's Neo. And then he starts again, so the shell flies in front of him. And now we're down to our heat shells. Can we hit him here? No, we cannot. We miss him. And I realize, oh, crud, we're down to heat shells. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. We're going to snap this one off. Come on. No, it doesn't fly true. You can actually go through his upper plate. That guy's turret, I mean, with heat shells, so we tried for it. There's a Jagdpanzer 100. We should be able to get some nice, easy shots on him. Boom, there we go. Yes, we are. Easy shot. And I thought about flanking, but then I realized their waffle is not accounted for, so where could he be? There he is. He's shooting at our guys. He's definitely got the big gun, so I don't want to flank around. There's 2. I should have counted. There's 3. If I was paying better attention, I could have flanked around to the right and then, you know, done some things there. But it doesn't matter. We actually have a pretty good roll doing what we're doing now. Put a shot into this guy, finish him off, turn our attention now to the Chieftain. He bounces off our Jagdpanzer 100, which is good. We got to keep him alive. There's the Jagdpanzer down there. I'm gonna try to get my gun to down on him, but I can't quite. Not with the 5 degrees. I mean, you could argue yes, the T-62A and the 430 also have 5 degrees. I should have tracked him there, but I didn't. They also have 5 degrees, but they have better rate of fires, you know, and better turrets. This tank is, yeah. Like I said, I don't recommend this tank. Okay, we're cutting to the chase. No, I don't recommend this tank. This game here is probably one of the better ones people are going to have in this tank, honestly, because it's not that good. Bit of a misplay here. I tried to pull back to get my gun down on him, but you know what? 5 degrees just isn't working. And so instead, I'm going to put one straight in his upper plate. There we go. We put it in his upper plate because of the heat shell, and he should go down. I'm going to look at him just in case. Yeah, he does go down. And I think I blocked my... Oh, there's a bit of lag there. I think I blocked the Super Conqueror shot, and I apologize. We're loading HE now because all that's left is artillery and the waffle. So that'll be good. We're right on the cusp of 6,500 damage. Can we hit 7,000 damage this game? Can we hit 8,000? If this waffle's full health and we get to farm him, for sure we can. There he is. We're going to hopefully put some shells into him here. He spots us. That's okay. We're going to aim our gun, and it misses. Unfortunately, if we were in any other Russian medium, that probably would have hit. any other of the 105 or 100 mil Russian mediums. There we go. He fires one at our cupola. He misses, bounces off our turret. We put an HE shell into him. Can we get one more shot into him? Yes, we can. Already hits us and full pens us. Because remember what I said about this thing's roof armor? It's bad. In fact, I didn't talk about the engine deck. The engine deck is 25 millimeters. The roof armor on the turret is 20. And then around the cupolas is 40. So he pens us no problem there. Unfortunately for us, and he busts our turret ring. And we've already used our repair kit earlier this game. What did we use it on? I don't remember. Doesn't matter now. We're gonna hunt this guy. We're down to our heat shells. We don't have any HE. Where is he gonna be? There he is. We're gonna try to put a shell into him. Boom, we put the shell in. He did just fire. I heard him fire. And I saw where he fired. He kind of fired the other way, I think, unless that was my own ally, but I don't take the chance. I fire on the move, snap it, and we finish him off, picking up a really nice result. In fact, 4,200 damage block, but kind of we got fed by the waffle at the end of the game. He kind of had no idea what he was doing because he was just shooting heat with the big gun and aiming at nothing. But you know what? I'll take it. We were side scraping. He was hitting us in the turret, so he actually had a pretty good chance of penning us. Once again, any other Soviet medium would have bounced those shots off his turret. The only other shot was maybe the Chieftain when he shot us in the front and bounced off, which I will give this tank a +4. So good job, tank, there. But there we go. That's a real ace tanker. 7,600 damage, not too shabby. Almost 1,000 assists. 4,000 damage blocked. I will take that definitely in this tank. But let's move on to the live replay now, shall we? And then we will wrap it up. Ghost Town. All right. Where do we want to go? At Ghost Town. Decisions. I think I'm going to go towards the outside at first, J0, and then kind of work my way in from there, and then make my way to, like, K8, and then from there go into, like, H7. You know, just work my way around. Chisel on our team. Alrighty, then. They have a Patton, a T-5241, and a Centurion 7-1. And this armor is good, but it's random. It almost feels like. It's very good while you're driving. Like if you're driving towards somebody, you angle like this, doing, and get them to bounce off of you, doing, you know. But it's nothing to write home about. Like, I would have the same results I feel in the 430. Like that last game on Erlenberg. The shots that we were bouncing were them shooting into our sides while we were angling like this, which is what the 430 can do. Not the 430U, I mean the regular 430, Object 430. That thing has angled side armor too. And then we were side scraping a few times, which bounced off. Yeah, I think the regular 430 would have had the same results. If not better, because of the rate of fire. And the gun handling is not impressive. So, the thing with this tank on PC is it was supposed to be the cross between the 140 and the 430. It had a better rate of fire than the 140, but worse gun handling than the 140, but it had a worse rate of fire than the 430, but a better gun handling than the 430. So it was supposed to be the cross, the hybrid. So, I don't know where he penned me. What is that? Don't know. No matter. We're going. We want some nice easy shots on these guys. Yeah, that's gun handling. Oh, you weren't fully aimed. That's, people tell me that a lot. It's like, well, you weren't fully aimed, Colin guy. And it's like, well, you shouldn't have to fully aim every shot. Even if you somewhat aim, you don't have to fully aim for the gun to shoot closer to the center of the circle. You only have to mostly aim. I just dragged his other wheel. And you said the turret not working right there. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, this turret is nothing there, right? This is definitely the worst turret out of all of them. I'm really not appreciating this tank very much. I'll load heat for these guys. Tank doesn't want to perform. This guy's shooting HC, I really don't like him. Wow, he's going to be annoying. That guy wanted to kill me. That was never gonna go through, I just wanted to try it. Let's just track him. Just kidding. He's still shooting at me. He does not like the 907. Back to standard. Alright. Well, the armor worked. But that's because we were pretty much hauled down. But you saw also it not working, the turret. This is definitely the worst turret of any of the Soviet mediums. Because the turret roof is so big, there's so much of it. It's not just a hatch. It's this whole ring you see. Alright, let's see if we can bounce this guy. Oh, he fired. Doesn't matter. Super Conk, you're next, bud. You gotta be paying attention. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just a Soviet medium with worse rate of fire. Like, if you like the playstyle of the Soviet mediums, then you might like this. But the thing is, you saw that shot miss. Its gun handling just isn't good. Look at this guy. He wants some of this. Well, you can't have any of it. They beat my rate. They beat my reload. It's incredible. I just bounced. I just got absorbed by the back of this tank. That's a trend with me in shooting Sheridan. I just can't do anything to it. All right, we're just gonna go for it and see if we can take the hit. I'm not even looking. I don't even think we're gonna get another reload off. No, we're not. This thing's rate of fire is so bad. It's worse. It's worse than the Pattons, guys. But you have 70 less alpha. Okay. Do I recommend this tank? Not at all. Not at all. It's like, oh well, on PC it's overpowered. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you butcher it. Like, it went from 3,000 DPM to 2,200. 3,000 to 2,200. This thing, with this rate of fire, should have a laser beam gun. It should have a laser beam gun. If it had a laser beam gun, then I think it would be fine. It'd be like, okay, fine, you know. But to lose 800 DPM, oof. That's all I can say. Well, it's another ace, so whatever. No, I don't recommend it. Its armor works. Like, it's not dependable armor, but it's workable armor. Like, it's not armor that you can just like, I'm gonna sit here and they're not gonna pen me. No, they can still pen you. It's kind of just random. It's kind of like the old E5. You guys remember the old E5 where you just roll around and you just hoped people didn't pen you, but if they shot, like, there's a 50-50 chance. Hey, look at that. It was Max Chaos on the enemy team that we were farming. Not really. We shot him twice, but we got the assist off of him. Outplayed. But yeah, so, no. Is it worth it? No, it's not. Not even in the slightest. Just go get yourself a regular 140 or a regular 430, honestly. Because both of those are better than this. Well, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Ayers, for letting me use your account yet again. I mean, I thanked you before. This is the first time I've used your account. Yeah. Well, if you guys have purchased this thing, good luck. You're going to have some good games. Obviously, you saw me have a good game. We played it completely, the support role, and it was a long game. But then that game you saw, we couldn't really play the support role because the team wanted to shoot me. And then the game went too quickly. If I was in a T62A or a 430 or 140, I think I could have scratched out 5,000, almost 6,000 damage that game because I would have farmed the IS-7 and the E5 even more. I would have trusted my armor in those tanks more. I would have had a better rate of fire in those tanks. By armor, I mean my turret armor. So, you know, it is what it is. The Object 907. If you guys have one, let me know what you think. And let me know if you guys are going to be picking one up yourself. And tell them it's a clone guy. Thanks guys for tuning in. Take care, everyone. And peace out.